And the player introductions are wrapped up. The starting fives for both teams, as we're just about ready to get this one started. Thanks for tuning in to the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Wednesday. I'm Dick. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thanks very much.
DA, he is dangerous in both facets. He's hard to stop. Now we get a chance to check out some stats for him.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Look at Cleveland's starting group. Osman outside at 3 with Nance down at the power forward spot. Then it's Okoro. Then there's Andre Drummond. And it's Dotson in at the 1. And for Brooklyn, Durant is out there with Jordan. Then there's Irving. Then it's Harden. And it's Harris in at the small forward. Passes it to Okoro. Here's Osman. Kicks to Okoro. Shot clock at 6. Stolen by Durant. Harden the pass to Irving. We're about 1 minute into the first. Harden inside the three-point line. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Greg, obviously, we're early on here. We already have seen some second-year players looking much more improved over the rookie year.
I mean, if you put in the work, you're not guessing as much. And listen, the fact that you've now gone through the season, you've got a better sense of who you are and what you can do out on the floor. I know I cut way back on my turnovers at the start of my second year, and you go into the offseason with specific goals and areas where you want to improve.
You think there's more growth between your first and second year than any other 2 years in your career?
You could make that case, no doubt about it, because you're still thinking you could be one of the all-time greats no matter who you are at that stage, and so you tend to put in a little more emphasis in terms of improvement.
And Drummond is right there.
Pursues the offensive glass with purpose. Drummond knows who he is, and boy, does he attack it.
Here's Durant, and again it's Brooklyn converting.
And early on, they've been nearly perfect from the floor. Just the one miss here on their first 5 attempts.
Up top, Nance. To the paint, here's Drummond. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
Nance is just such a cerebral player out there, does a good job of trying to be a threat with the assist.
Irving gets to Durant. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. Takes the 3. They get it again. And there's Jordan putting it right back in.
Just in a perfect position to grab that rebound and then get the putback.
The Cavaliers trail by 4. Dotson the pass to Drummond. Here's Dotson. Last time out he had 13 points. Back to Osman. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Well placed alley-oop pass into the layup.
Yeah, nice silky finish on the alley-oop from the stupendous feed.
That sequence couldn't have been executed any better.
We all know how devastating Kyrie can be scoring the basketball, but very encouraging to see how he's trying to set up his teammates as a playmaker right here.
Irving with the steal. In transition, here come the Nets. KD's got the ball.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Jared Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Brooklyn shooting their first free throw attempt on the night.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
The Cavaliers trail by 8. Nance outside. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Defenders trying to get aggressive because when Larry Nance Jr. gets into that area, he becomes problematic.
And he's got his first free throw of the game. That free throw good from Nance. Prince is checked in for Andre Drummond. Both free throws good from Nance. Brooklyn leading by 6. Irving with it. He's picked up by Nance. Irving's shot is good.
You got to stay in front of Kyrie Irving at all times. Yeah, I said it here from the sidelines. Try doing it out there on the floor.
Here's Dotson. He is still scoreless so far in this one. Oh, and here we go. Irving's got a defense break chance. And there it is for him.
And you can't help but pick their defense apart. They're completely in disarray.
Dotson the pass to Allen. Here's a Okoro. Second chance shot. Rejected by Harris. Prince against Durant. Prince with the defensive effort.
A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Nance outside. Releases. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Nets leading by 10. Irving kicks to Harden. Off target with his three. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 10 shooting the ball here in the first quarter. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Okoro with it. He's picked up by KD. Shot clock at 5.
This has not been a good quarter right here. Shot has been off the mark, and now it looks, Kevin, like he's pressing a bit.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Well, if I was baking up a lead, I'd add 2 ingredients. One would be playing smart. The other one, playing selfless. They've done that tonight. Serve it up.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Cavaliers. Defeated by the Wizards in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
Well, they couldn't buy a bucket at times, and that's frustrating, and that game was not their friend.
Now, the AC seemed to be cranked up in that one. It was chilly in the arena that night, at least on that end of the floor. Just cold shooting all the way around.
JaVale McGee's checked in for Nance. KD can't get it to go. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. It's going to be on DeAndre Jordan.
Taurean Prince has such a great motor, and the physical nature of his play, you got to appreciate that aggressiveness.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
An 89% free throw shooter puts him right there among the league's best from the line.
Now, here is Irving. Defense is right there. Harden outside. Shoots over Okoro. Harden's shot is good. Harden's got 10 points in the game.
Flat out taking the game over, and there's no way he's going to give it up.
Here's Dotson. Up again. Great positioning on the putback.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
Nets leading by 8. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
The Nets have shot just 1 free throw earlier. 1 for 1 in the game. The free throw drops for Durant.
Well, he's won an MVP. He's won a championship. He's won a gold medal. He's been the MVP in the finals. It's a pretty full resume for one Kevin Durant.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board. And I don't mean style points. McGee with the block. Here's Okoro, and the rejection by Harden.
Just cannot get anything to go. If there's going to be a way to get out of this hole, I don't think he'll be the one to do it.
And the southpaw stroke of Harden is just beautiful to watch. When he's cooking, he's one of the more lethal scorers in our league.
The Nets have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. Free throw drops for Harden. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Andre Drummond's checked in for Jared Allen. And it's Jetty Osman in for Okoro. And both free throws good for James Harden.
Well, a great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Pass to Osman. The feed now to McGee. Here's Dotson. Tries again. And it's off the back rim. No good.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Irving against Prince. Cross contact on the shot, and now a three-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
Kyrie exceptional at taking the hit and then somehow creating a release angle towards the rim.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. Here's Dotson. The Cavaliers again can't hit. James Harden getting it done for Brooklyn. That quarter had to take a lot out of him. He racked up 12 points. And don't go away. We'll be right back. And earlier we spoke with Kevin Durant about surviving the grind.
How can we be the best version of ourselves individually every day?
Well, Durant may not be the in-your-face type of player, Greg, but he gets the message across for sure.
He's not going to yell at you. He's going to show you how it's done and expect that you're as committed to winning as he is.
And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in a second. And the Nets have been rolling right along here, haven't they?
Well, they've been aggressive from the beginning, particularly on the offensive end.
Well, if they wanted to start well, this would be it. They seized momentum right away, and they just didn't let it go in that quarter.
On the floor for Cleveland, getting going here in the second. We've got Prince. JaVale McGee is out there with Andre Drummond. And it's Dotson in at the point. And the Cavaliers pushing it up now. And it's Osman missing. And so it's KD with it. He brings up the ball for the Brooklyn Nets, and the shot is good.
So clever. He finds different ways to probe inside, and Kyrie with a great finish.
Pass to Drummond, and stolen by Kyrie Irving. Here's Harden. Wow, hammering it in.
And this is how a floor leader makes a statement. Harden just put the other team on notice.
The Cavaliers trail by 16. Just about a minute and a half has gone by here in the second. Dotson the pass to Drummond. Count it. Drummond's got 10 points in the game.
He's been terrific tonight, and with a little help from the other guys on the floor, they might be able to turn this game around.
And at last season's trade deadline, Andre Drummond traded away basically for a second-round pick. A shockingly low return for a guy who was once considered a franchise player.
And there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That is his first foul of the game. Cavaliers making a switch here. Nance is checked in. Osman the pass to Drummond. Fades and shoots. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got rebound number 5 here tonight. And Greg, why is it that the Pistons got so little in exchange for Drummond?
Well, I think he was an impending free agent. I think Detroit looking to rebuild. Also, it says something about the center position in today's game.
Harris against Nance. Now the pass to Osman. 5 to shoot. The tray. The shot's good from Nance. He's got 7.
Comfortable shooting off the pass that time, Larry Nance Jr. in a catch-and-shoot opportunity.
It's Harden with the drive, and the layup's good off the glass.
I don't know what's happening defensively, but they're not putting up any resistance.
The Cavaliers trail by 17. And there's the call on Durant. That's his first foul. Jared Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Here's Osman, guarded by Harden. And Drummond kicks to Osman. Shot clock. He says for the Cavaliers. And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Durant in the corner. Harden right side. Reverses. It's Drummond with the rebound.
For him, it's harder to miss that shot than it is to make that shot. I think he was anticipating a bit of a bump there.
Beautiful transition offense there. That's execution at its best.
Yeah, once you burst through a seam like that, you got to look right towards the rim. Sweet play.
Okoro, he's checked in for Jetty Austin. The Brooklyn Nets come into this one after a win against the Bucks. And it's sent back by Allen.
And how about, and with that great length and awareness, Allen continues to build his reputation as a shot blocker. All the officials are all over that one.
Cleveland shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. So he gets them both. Brooklyn leading by 11. On the wing, Harris. Over Nance. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Cavaliers have gotten just over 50% of their shots to drop here in the second quarter. They're 5 for 9. Allen kicks to Dotson. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Dotson's got 5 points so far. Dotson's gone 50% from the arc, 1 of 2. Here's Irving. Harris trying to get free, and that one good.
D has been just completely helpless and turned around. He's so dangerous when he's in this kind of rhythm.
Nance outside. Okoro with it, and it's Harden picking him up. A nice shot by Okoro.
That's nice vision there. You see that pass, you make the feed before the defense has a chance to react, and that opens up a much better opportunity to score.
And Okoro throws it down.
The hands, the anticipation. Nance Jr., a great job there, reaching out, tapping that ball away for the steal.
Katie against Drummond. Durant. Cavaliers with the rebound. Allen's got 4 rebounds in this game.
Really surprising to see the huge edge they have in rebounds, given what the scoreboard says. And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Irving finds Durant. Now here is Harris. On the wing, Harden. Over Okoro. And that one off the back of the rim and in. Harden's got 6 points in the quarter.
And it is easy to get spoiled watching Harden. He's had so many games like this in his career, but you still got to appreciate what he does.
And Cleveland making a change here. Prince is checked in. So nice passing by Cleveland here. Allen, right side. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
Irving passes to Katie. Lets it go from deep. He can't get that one. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way. They're getting their first look at the season at the Nets in this one.
The game is the first of a 3-game season series for these clubs, both looking to take round 1.
And I don't know if I'm going to call these guys rivals, but as conference... It is all alone down there. Credit goes to DeAndre for finding him. That's a nice pass.
We've got 1:18 left now here in the second.
And that's his 4th foul. And we're not even at halftime. That is going to limit his playing time and his aggressiveness the rest of the game.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe.
Numbers this year at the line below 70, so when he's getting to the line, not nearly as effective as he'd like.
This quarter belongs to him, and that's how you do it when you're out in front. Don't play it safe. Keep that momentum going.
54 seconds left here in the second. Okoro shot is off. Nets leading by 5. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
Brooklyn shooting their 6th and 7th free throws in the game. Both good from the line that time. There's 45 seconds left to play in the first half. Dotson the pass to Prince. Here's Nance, and Nance slams it in.
More and more signs of the skill set of Taurean Prince as he finds an open teammate.
And it's Irving with the ball for the Brooklyn Nets. They led by as many as 18 points. They put up a nice win against the Bucks the last time out.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
It took just a little bit of time, but once they figured out the D on that night, man, their offense was rolling.
And his teammates loved it. When Allen is aggressive trying to score, really puts pressure on the opposing defense.
The Cavaliers have been good at the free throw line. This one, 7 of 8.
And the season numbers for them at the line thus far are really poor. Something I'm sure they are making a point of emphasis. You take your time. You don't give them another possession.
And hopefully that's what they'll do here. It's what most teams try to execute at this time in the game. Solid in the first. Fantastic here in the second. He was just waiting for the moment.
Here's Prince. No good on that one. And that does it for the first half of play. Nets out in front. Thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. James Harden led the way in the first half. He had 25 points. Well, we know he's a magician on the court. Has there ever been anyone... And that'll do it for our half.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. An exceptional performance so far from James Harden.
Well, we'll find out if they were able to find an answer for him over the break. He was scoring with ease in that first half.
They're just way too easy out there, and I'm sure coach is going to make that a priority at halftime.
And now let's check out the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for the second half of basketball. Setting the floor for the Nets. Harden out there with Irving, and it's Durant. Then there's Harris, and it's Jordan in at the 5 down low. Cans it from downtown.
Textbook feed from Allen, a big man who helps facilitate the offense.
And it's blocked. And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. How about that strong defensive performance for this half's mobile 1 block?
And read the play perfectly. Gets himself in the air at the right moment. Terrific denial.
Larry Nance is checked in for Cleveland. Nets leading by 8.
And Jared Allen, the big man out of Texas, a big part of his impact is how well he moves as a center. Very long and covers a ton of ground on both ends. And it's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Well, just ripping through right there as he finds the open spot and gets right through there. High basketball IQ play.
Here's Drummond. He can't hit that time. Good D by Jordan. And with Allen, the amount of floor he can cover with a few steps is staggering.
And Kevin, it lets him take away chances and opportunities on D. On the other end, 1 step to the hoop and he's completely relocated as a target. One of the best moving bigs in our league.
Here's Dotson, covered by Irving. Clock at 6. Dotson the pass to Drummond. It's good. 16 points for Andre Drummond.
Drummond, a huge target rolling to the rim.
Here's Irving. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
Oh, great production on the interior right now. 8 straight from inside.
That free throw good from Kyrie Irving. Here's Dotson. 6 points for him. Passes it to Austin. And stolen by Harris. Outside for KD. And then Durant with the jam.
I like to see KD when he just elongates like that, gets all the way up to the rim for an easy throwdown.
The Cavaliers trail by 15, and there's the call on Kyrie Irving. That will be foul number 5 on him. Here's Dotson. Stats on him, he's averaging 9 points a game.
And this is who Drummond can be, an offensive anchor who can dominate once he gets cooking.
Here's Harden, and Harden with the stuff.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. Cleveland's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And Jordan sends it down.
If there's one end of the floor that DJ takes seriously, it's the defensive end, and he loves to get up and reject those shots.
Shot clock at 3. And good that time. Drummond's got 20.
It's been their Achilles heel defensively. They just have not been able to control that backboard.
Irving dishes to Jordan. Durant for 3. Goes back up. And Jordan with the layup. Jordan's got his second bucket of the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And the Cavaliers call time here.
And coach can't be happy, and I think I know why. Their defense putting up no resistance inside.
No, they're not preventing them from scoring, and if you can get to a high-efficiency shot on the floor, and that's the paint, you just keep going.
JaVale McGee's checked in for a Okoro. Just under 3.5 minutes played here in the third quarter. Durant against Nance. Pass to Drummond. Back to Nance. Just 5 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game.
And Nance is so athletic and so springy and bouncy out there on the floor. He can draw a lot of contact like that.
Tyler Johnson, he's checked in for Kyrie Irving. No good on the second free throw. Brooklyn leading by 15. Harden the pass to Durant. And they pick up 2.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Cavaliers making a switch here. Prince is checked in. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staff. So that always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to have any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because now I think they're on to something. If we could get that. And, you know, but in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Here's Dotson. He's guarded by Johnson. McGee, the pass to Osman. Count that bucket. Osman's got his first basket.
Now that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
And the jam by Harden.
I just really like how Tyler distributes the basketball, skilled at quickly getting the ball over to the open man.
The Cavaliers trail by 20. Dotson the pass to McGee. Back to Dotson. And out of bounds as Brooklyn gains possession. Now let's bring up the 2K leaderboard. Here are the top rebounders over the last month. Number 1, Andre Drummond.
He must be spending a lot of time in the weight room because he's shown such strength under the basket.
Allen's checked in for Cleveland. Here's KD. That one good for 2. KD's got 7 points for the quarter.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
And the foul on Tyler Johnson. That's his first foul. And McGee kicks to Prince. Here's Dotson. He's guarded by Johnson.
This feels like it's snowballed a little bit on them. The more he tries to shoot his way out of this slump, the worse it seems to get. They need him to get it together.
KD can't get it to go.
They've been the better rebounding team by a healthy margin, but it hasn't been enough.
And the shot goes in. And it's 9 points for Jared Allen.
Now, there are only a few players in the league who can hit a teammate like that in stride. Beautiful assist.
Harris with it. And Allen picks him up defensively. And here's KD for 3. That doesn't go either for KD. The Cavaliers trail by 18. Here's Dotson. And that one is off. Good D by Harden. The drive by Jordan. And DeAndre Jordan throws it down.
You know, DeAndre gets that much room, that much momentum. That's what you're going to get.
Cavaliers have gotten half their shots to drop in the second half up to this point, going 7 of 14. Prince the pass to Osman. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's going to be on James Harden.
And Jetty Osman is this team's rock. You know exactly what he'll give you and is a more than capable offensive player.
It gives you a little bit of everything. He's big. He's got decent size for his position. And steady Jetty, always showing up here to compete.
Okoro, he's checked in for Cleveland. The Cavaliers trail by 18. And 101 left to play in the third. Durant with some nice D.
Their game plan needs to change if they're going to get out of this hole because he is just not there offensively.
Okoro wide open. He fires. The Cavaliers again can't hit. And it's Durant, that time on the assist by Harris. Harris has got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Dotson kicks to Allen. Here's Osman, guarded by Harden. 11 feet away. That one off the back iron and out. Nets leading by 20. Harris finds Johnson. This one for 3. Sinks the triple. Johnson's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
During his time in the NBA, Johnson has become a knockdown threat from that area of the court. You got to D him up out there.
And I like the back and forth here, showing confidence from range.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
And so it's Brooklyn controlling the game and finishing the quarter. And let's take this chance now to show you the State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Yeah, those are the kind of plays that you want to put on a canvas. Just beautiful basketball.
And we reach the 4th quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. And so in the game for the Cavaliers, JaVale McGee is out there with Nance. Then there's Allen. Then it's Okoro. And it's Dotson in at the 1 spot.
Everything working right now for Larry Nance Jr. He's got to love the way this game is shaping up.
It's Durant with the drive. Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a 3-point play chance for him. It's going to send Kevin Durant to the line. It's on Jared Allen. On the dunk contest, we saw Michael Jordan take on Dominique Wilkins. These days, not as many star players are participating in these skills competitions, like Drake, the slam dunk.
I think it's a great point you raised, Kevin, and I think in part because back in that era, you know, the reality is guys didn't make the kind of dollars they make today. And there was more risk, I guess, in the mindset of guys today, and they didn't want to take that challenge on. So I wish we would see more of our stars in the slam dunk contest, but
yes.
I don't think that's going to be the case, unfortunately, as much as we'd all like to see it.
Back to Dotson, looking for Nance, and he gets it there. Throws down the alley-oop slam.
Yeah, you could throw it just about anywhere for Larry Nance Jr., and then he'll know what to do with it.
And Durant gets double-teamed. Jordan inside, defended by Drummond. 6 to shoot. A 3 from Johnson. And a rebound goes to the Cavaliers. Allen's got rebound number 8 now on the night. And Nance slams it in.
It's just so easy the way Larry Nance Jr. just gets up off the floor.
And so it's Harden bringing it up for Brooklyn. Earlier, they held a 23-point lead. Shoots over Okoro, and it's Brooklyn scoring again.
He's played a huge role in this game to this point, but it looks like he just wants more. He wants to make sure that this lead holds up.
Nance outside. Pass to Okoro. Here's Dotson. Drummond in the post. KD's on him. Oh, and the jam by Drummond.
And look at Drummond, capable of rising up and dropping an absolute hammer.
And here's Harden for three. Dotson with the rebound.
Well, he got off to a terrific start from the perimeter, but in the second half, he can't seem to build on that early success.
And there's the pass to Okoro. Here's Drummond. Rebounded by the Nets.
Well, nobody getting a hand in his face in that painted area, that's a miss he's going to be disappointed with.
KD draws the double. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. It's the Nets now. Jordan the pass to KD. And it's off from three-point range. The Cavaliers trail by 19. Passes it to Okoro. From outside, off the mark.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
Jordan kicks to Harris. There's the triple. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Jordan. Jordan's got 3 assists in the game. And the Cavaliers call time here. Jeff Green, he's checked in for the Nets. And a switch here also for Cleveland. Cedi Osman, he's checked in for Allen. And we're about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter. And stolen by Jordan. One-on-one here. Here's Green. And the layup is good.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
Kind of get a team defensively on their heels, and if you can keep pushing and keep attacking, they never find some kind of defensive balance to help slow you down.
Dotson the pass to Drummond. On deep. Jordan with the rebound. Jordan's got 15 rebounds here tonight. Durant kicks to Green, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And the former Hoya Green, a rangy forward who can both score and defend from all areas of the floor.
And the Cavaliers making a change here. Both free throws good from Green.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
And there's the call on Durant. That's foul number 2 for him. Well, you hear about the extinction of great NBA big men. Do you see it that way? And if so, Greg, is the game that has changed, or perhaps a dip in the talent at that position that has changed?
You know, you think back to the likes of Russell, Wilt, Kareem, and Hakeem, and Robinson, and Shaq. Some would say, well, we just got lucky. But in a lot of ways, we still have the dominance of the big man. They just play more outside of the paint, right? You know, Giannis.
Yep.
You look at what he can do. Anthony Davis and the way he plays the game. I mean, LeBron, in essence, is a big man. I mean, you still can dominate the game as a big. It's just that you now can actually, in some respects, have more impact because you're involved in more facets of the game.
Here's Dotson. No good. Shot missing. The Nets go the other way with it. 3-on-3. And Durant puts up a deep 3. And Okoro pulls it down. Okoro's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Osman the pass to Okoro. Here's Dotson. Bucket is good. Brooklyn's gone a disappointing 2 of 6 on 3-point attempts here in the fourth. Harden, and the jam by Harden.
You know, and with how deliberate he can be, Harden still can surprise defenders with that burst, that underrated vertical that he possesses.
Dotson in the corner. From deep. The rebound by Jeff Green.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time. Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Well, I know they don't have mobile devices out there for texting, so they might as well talk to one another.
Here's Osman. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. First free throw is good. And the Cavaliers making a change here. So he picks up just one from the line that time. The Nets on offense. They're on a 16-7 run. And Harden gets it to go in on the assist by Green. Harden's got 41.
And one of the most creative scorers the league has to offer. Harden specializes in sinking those tough shots.
And down it goes, jamming that one home.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Quick shot there, and it's off target. Cleveland's gone ice cold from three-point land, 0 of 4 since the start of the final quarter. This could get even more out of hand if they continue to put up points.
Wow, Kevin, what a performance we are seeing.
The Cavaliers have gone through the fourth quarter shooting 50%, 7 of 14.
And as we head to the final buzzer here, a crushing blowout, big-time dominance, and this will go in the record books as a gaudy win for the Nets.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for James Harden.
Just does a great job of looking for space and then finding it. That's taking advantage of what the defense is giving you.
Impressive job by the players, coaches, and don't discount the impact of these fans.
Awesome to see their output tonight, trying to urge their team on, and that can always help. That home advantage of home fans getting you going, fully on display here.
The three from Harden. They get it back. Jordan. The second chance effort. Lays it up off the glass. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 19 rebounds. Cleveland with the ball. 17 seconds left in the fourth quarter. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That's good for Okoro. That one misses. Right side, Green. Stephens pulls it in. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jeff Green. That's his first foul of the game. And the bonus will go to the free throw line.
And that was the last thing they needed. Now the clock is stopped and they put them on the line.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Harden way outside. And so it's Brooklyn easily grabbing this one. They won this game going away. They were the better basketball team by far tonight.
And you got to commend this sort of dominance, particularly here at home. It's a great feeling when you play almost a perfect game and to have that crowd be so pumped up.
And now